Hello, friends. I just thought of doing review of the movie Anime Tamil movie, which is directed by Anand Shankar. In this movie, we have Vishal, Arya, Thambi, Ramaiah, Manta, Mohandas, Prakash Raj, Malavika, Avinash, so on and so forth. Uh, the basic plot of this movie is that in the childhood days of Vishal and Arya, Vishal is raised by Thambi Ramaiah. Thambi Ramaiah is a kind of a person who is always scared of things and makes kind of risk assessment in every activity that they involve in. On the other hand, Arya is the son of Prakash Raj, who is a police officer and who wants his son to be very intelligent and wise, whatever the activities that involves into it. As a result, he wants to grow up his son with all the techniques which would enable his son to prepare himself to manage any sort of things. Um, so that's what they want to grow him up. Uh, Vishal, on the other hand, is doesn't like his father's approach, and he gets to know about that Arya's father, giving a lot of instructions and training session to um, Arya. He gets thought in his mind that he wants to learn it. So um, Prakash Raj determines that. Vishal has got the capability and shrewdness and very intelligent and tech savvy. So he will make both Vishal and Arya to give the kind of training and the learning and skills building everything he wants to involved in. Arya doesn't like this and he gets that ego and jealousy in him that Vishal is slightly smarter than Arya. And in one of the instances, Arya has fallen in love with this childhood friend, Mamta Mohandas, and she is in a crisis, doesn't have the money to pay for the fees. What Arya does is that from the ATM, he is able to, pull the money from the ATM. He masters a kind of a skill in identifying the pins of various other customers and it gets some money and stores certain in his house. Prakash Raj gets to know about that, and so he doesn't like the skill that he's using for the bad purposes. So as a result, Prakash Raj wants to bring the police and uh, take his son to the police custody. Unfortunately, things would go wrong. Um, Arya just eliminates his father, and and the police comes. They will pick both Arya and Vishal into the custody. Thambi Ramaya, he is slightly kind of a person who's got a good connection with the police department. He takes his son Vishal and goes to Singapore and will have his own, provision store out there in Singapore. Um, Vishal, although works in his own father's shop, but learns some of the skills hacking, and he's more tech savvy, and he becomes kind of a savior for many people. Uh, he helps people from the crisis. So in one of the instances, the Minister of External Affairs were to visit a place in Singapore. Arya is designated with the task to eliminate the Minister of External Affairs. So that plot is being, you know, uh, that plot is being managed by Vishal and ensures that the Minister of External Affairs is not doesn't die and he saves that person. Uh, then Arya gets to know that Vishal is his childhood friend and who is doing all this kind of rescue activities, and they will have some confrontation and challenge. And Vishal, uh, Arya says that he would eliminate someone from his community. Um, he sets a timeline for that. Um, Vishal agrees for the challenge and says that he is there to avert such a situation. Um, in such a scenario, what happens is that uh, Arya fails in his attempt to eliminate the person from the Tamil community, and Vishal will have Mamata Mohandas as under his captive. Uh, then they will have this exchange of words, and he releases Mamata Mohandas, and Arya is being taken to the custody, police custody. So since Arya fails in eliminating the Ministry of External Affairs, the Chinese guy who was given this task, they will eliminate Mamta Mohandas. They'll kill Mamta Mohandas. Arya presumes that the perpetrator of this crime is done by Vishal, so he wants to take revenge on Vishal and the Tamil community. So that's where this confrontation gets extended. Whether Arya is successful in doing so or not becomes the core part of the story. And this movie is quite an engaging fare. However, it's pretty much predictable and straightforward narration of the story. And Anand Shankar has been able to do a reasonably good job, but the thrilling moments are not as expected. Um, it's kind of a entertainment movie. You could watch it. The one of the things that I observed in Vishal's acting, when it comes to the emotional part of it, he he is not able to bring out that emotions naturally when his father is dead. It looks very much artificial. That expressions, everything doesn't justify. I wouldn't say justify. I would say that he couldn't emote it uh, in a way that we could acknowledge that he has done a tremendous job. On the other hand, Arya has done a reasonably good job, and Mamta Mohandas has done a reasonably good job. For me, the pick in terms of the acting prowess is Thambi Ramaiah. He has excelled in the being the father of Vishal. So overall, it's a reasonably good movie. It's engaging, I would say, but not that much thrilling. But not that much, you know, kind of a confusion that would create in your mind. So you don't have that kind of an element. Uh, Thank you for listening. Have a great time.